So how much would you pay for that sweet little doggo? Because some degen right now just spent 1,210 ETH on that guy. Yeah, that's that 1-1 NFT we were talking about yesterday. It's the Dogwifhat logo, and what sold was an NFT of the original photo by the original photo taker. Was someone here making a statement that ETH NFTs are king? Or was this a statement that memes are king and that Solana can compete with the big boy Ethereum? Either way, a massive sale over $4 million. Hell of a way to start the week here. And guys, we gotta say congrats to Solana, not just on all the meme coin success, but the Sol token itself crossed $200. What a time to be alive, and you can feel we're just getting started here. And man, oh man, I can't wait to tell you the story of SLERF. That's coming up in just a few minutes here. Before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to Inside NFTs over on YouTube. We're just one away from hitting 800. Thank you guys so much for this influx of subs here over the past couple of weeks. And then of course, you gotta be following CryptoSlam over on X. And now let's get into the NFT market, kicking it off with a look at the Forkast 500 NFT index. You can see this morning, like most mornings recently, we're down in the red 0.84%. NFT sales yesterday in that typical Sunday pattern, meaning sales pull back. Yesterday, 43 million in cross-chain NFT sales. Unique sellers all the way down to 38,000. Unique buyers pulled back as well, and so did transactions. Average sale price came down too. But for me, as long as trade profits are over $1 million, we're in a good spot. Yesterday, 2.1 million. Now, weekly sales, the data period did end last night, and we did fall from the previous week. Last week, 346.5 million in cross-chain sales. And kind of like in the daily view, we pulled back in sellers, buyers, and transactions. And trade profits almost half of the prior week. And I pointed this out before, I'm going to do it again here. This part of the cycle we're in right here, I think is pretty obviously this part of the cycle back in 2021. And right now, our sellers, our buyers, and our actual sales, well, it's like 2 to 3 times higher than we saw back then. And I feel very strongly that when we get to this part of the cycle here, well, that's going to be 2 to 3 times higher as well. Super cycle is what we're calling it. It's still on the menu here, and I don't think it's going to be long before we get there. Now, looking at what's moving the market here in the past 24 hours, you got the General Ordinals collection in the #1 spot. That's followed by the Nodemonkes, Mad Lads, Bored Ape Yacht Club, D-Market, Pudgy Penguins, Famous Fox Federation, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Pandora, and Lucky Start over on the BNB chain rounds out your top 10. And here you see Bitcoin's king again on the top of the blockchain rankings. We saw some big sales over the past 24 hours, though none of these come close to that Dogwifhat 1-1 NFT we just watched. So that, of course, was our top sale in the past 24 hours, but we got some CryptoPunks here selling for 49.5 ETH, 56 ETH, and then Ordinals, of course, doing their things. A lot of pricey sales in that ecosystem, some Nodemonkes. Got a couple Bored Apes here as well. Not sure what this Cardano NFT is here, but 89,000 bucks. Guys, I know the channel's called Inside NFTs, and that is our focus, but a lot of our narratives are driven by the meme coin craze right now. When meme coins are running, people really aren't touching NFTs, so it's good to be watching this at least, even if you're not playing. And this morning, it's all about this SLERF token. Guys, we're not serious people here, because this guy SLERF raised $10 million in his token pre-sale, and then dude accidentally burned it all. Now, you'd think that would be a death sentence for a token like dead on arrival, but instead, degen's doing what they do best, push this token up to, I believe, over a $600 million market cap. Right now, down a bit to 435 million, but guys, it's meme coin mania. Anything goes now. So if you're wondering what's the hottest meme coin for right this moment, it's SLERF. Go peek at it. Let me bring us back into NFTs, guys, because we got to talk about the Runestones here. In fact, heck, look at Nodemonkes. We got to talk about them too. Now back to a 0.79 Bitcoin floor. My goodness. But those Runestones, if we talk about market cap, got as high as the second or the third largest market cap for any NFT collection in the world. And for good reason too, because Runestone holders aren't just going to get the associated meme coin when runes go live, but with 90,000 holders, it's the perfect way if you're doing an airdrop of your own, well, to get it into the most wallets. So you can see here, lots of people talking about launching their own collections, their own coins, and a lot of them plan to drop to Runestone's holders. So, yes, you're going to get your Runestone meme coin when that goes live, but it very much seems like Runestone holders are going to get a whole heck of a lot more. Leonidas says it perfect here. Think of the Solana phone and the rewards they got, like a token called Bonk. They also got a PFP. Well, Runestone holders also about to get showered in rewards. That's why you're seeing the prices you're seeing there. Back to those Nodemonkes, though, with their floor price now at over 0.7 Bitcoin, well, their US dollar value has officially flipped the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they're now the second most expensive PFP in the world, guys. Send those freaking nodes. Now, if you're a Bitcoin puppet holder, you're getting showered in rewards too, because not only have these guys been included in some big airdrops, but they just launched a BRC20 collection called PUPS. BRC20s, I'll remind you, those are fungible tokens over on Bitcoin. A lot of us think those die out once runes go live here at the halving. But if I go back to CryptoSlam, I turn off that fungible token filter, you can see the PUPS BRC20 there in the 10 spot, 727,000 in sales in the past 24 hours here. Now here's your takeaway. This is the meta right here you're seeing. Whether it's Pudgy Penguins over on Ethereum or it's a collection like Bitcoin Puppets, these NFTs, well, if you hold them, you're getting showered in rewards. So if you're able, you just got to find a way into some of these more premium collections because they may just pay for themselves here in in the short term even. Now, the Quantum Cat's floor price also way up. I think it's like 0.35, 0.36. But we had big news that another cat in the collection got its gold cape, and that means he's going to be tradable for a Taproot Wizard. Remember, we just saw one of these sell at Sotheby's last week, I believe for 1.5 Bitcoin. Well, this cat guy's, unfortunately for the owner, well, he was listed at 0.49 Bitcoin. The seller hadn't realized it updated, and before he could do anything about it, somebody sniped it from that marketplace. Only problem is when the buyer bought it, well, it sends the transaction to the mempool on Bitcoin, but you got some real sharp guys out there who are watching the mempool and actually can steal your transaction. All these guys got to do is copy your transaction and spend more miner fees than they get processed first. So you got to be aware of this, and you really got to spend high fees on something that you really need to get quickly. And in this case, you ever see a golden cape cat, you're going to want to spend high fees to get that locked up ASAP. Now, Flora forms from Harto. You guys know I'm incredibly bullish on that collection. Well, yesterday they dropped a tease that the artwork on the collection is going to be changing. Now, we have no idea if it's every piece in the collection or if it's only the pieces that have duplicates, because yes, there are some pieces here that are copies of each other. So I think it's a safe guess to say those pieces, the ones that have dupes, those are the ones with the upgrading art that's coming. Either way, floras are blooming and this collection's running now. Okay, believe it or not, yes, I am excited to talk about ETH NFTs, and especially when it's something from NateAlex. Guys, we've talked about his natives NFT collection that's dropping here probably in the next week or so. Well, yesterday he dropped the price reveal, and it's a super affordable 1.61 ETH. Super pumped about this, and Nate always does these really interesting on-chain games. He did Chain Faces Arena last year. Again, now it's natives, and natives is going to end with a mint over on Bitcoin. So, I mean, you see it here. Even the ETH guys, all roads lead to Bitcoin. Now, staying on ETH, and guys, a quick reminder that Opepen V2 is coming in just 2 days here. In V1, Jack Butcher, Jaleel, the two guys building out that project, well, they curate the sets, and then they put those sets up for a vote. If enough people opt in, they want that NFT, well, that triggers the raffle to actually go live, but if it doesn't meet a certain threshold, that collection does not get minted. You move on to the next one. Now, I really got to verify this, but I think the biggest change here is that any artist can submit their own Opepen collection here, and maybe it doesn't have to get approved by Jack and Jaleel. Instead, if you submit, it goes up for a vote, and if it passes, and you are an official Opepen set. Again, I'm not sure if Jack and Jaleel have to actually curate that still, like approve your submission. Ultimately, though, this just speeds up the rate that these sets come out, and also blows this wide open for all kinds of artists to get in. I love this update. And guys, we're ending the show today on something I thought would never actually happen, and I'm talking about that VeVe platform finally letting you trade your NFTs on other marketplaces. Right, they got an incredible app and they have incredible collectibles, but you can never trade them outside of the mobile app. Guys, we're talking about things like the first ever Marvel NFT comic. Yeah, that was minted on VeVe. It's incredible stuff, and now over on Immutable X marketplaces, you're going to be able to trade these. So I'm not sure if you fire up the app if you're going to see a message about the marketplaces here, but apparently it's right in their terms now. So if it's not live yet, they're certainly setting the stage for this to happen. And you better believe collectors are hyped for this one. VeVe, you get your floras today. Now, a quick reminder, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time, the Little Noun Show is going to be live with Roger freaking Dickerman. So we're going to talk about his project 24 Hours of Art, and we're going to talk about artists and art platforms moving away from Ethereum and branching out onto Bitcoin and Solana and Base. And I got to hit him with questions about Tezos. Is Tezos dead, or is it going to come back? I got to hear Roger's thoughts on that. Like always, guys, thank you so much for joining me here. Remember to like and subscribe to these videos. And then tomorrow, I'll be back with another NFT market update. We'll hit on all the latest happenings. Remember, if it's happening in NFTs, I'm bringing you inside. Until the next time, I'll see ya.